hats and stand for the singing of our national anthem. Mark Kiefler is a lifelong Forest Lake area resident. Mark and his wife Lori have 3 sons who play basketball for our Rangers program. Mark is a musician and community volunteer. Please join Mark as we sing the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Good evening tonight. Welcome, Forest Lake Rangers fans. I'd like to welcome you guys to the Forest Lake Gym tonight, where today will be an exciting matchup for the Rangers and the Centennial Cougars. Right now, they're announcing all the starting roles right now, but this will be an exciting matchup again between the Centennial Cougars and the Forest Lake Rangers.
For the Cougars, right number 2 is a 6'4" junior Carter Anderson. For your Rangers, he wears number 2. He's a 5'8" junior Darrell Young Jr. For the Cougars, right number 5 is a 5'6" junior Noah Varsity. For your Rangers, he wears number 5. He's a 5'10" senior captain Hunter Damon. For the Cougars, right number 10 is the 6-foot senior Ricky Eason. For your Rangers, right number 44, 6-foot senior Connor Toby. Rounding out the lineup for the Cougars tonight, right number 20 is a 6'5" senior Matthew Whitehall. Head coach for Centennial is Dave Frazier. Rounding out your Ranger lineup tonight, he wears number 50. He's a 6'5" sophomore Jordan Boyson. Head coach for your Rangers, Dan Ramasino. Hey, let's welcome your Ranger ball boys tonight. Drew Kozlowski, 4th grader from Wyoming Elementary. Max Johnson, 4th grader from Lakes International Language Academy. And McAllen Baker, 4th grader from Scandia Elementary again. McAllen, Max, and Drew, welcome tonight to Ranger ball boys. Also, Ranger fans, be sure to stay in your seats at halftime tonight. We've got a special performance from
As they were announcing the starting lineup, Galvi Gimmiquay as number 1, number 2, Darrell Young Jr., number 5, Hunter Damon, number 44, Connor Toki, and number 50, Jordan Bison. Key starting injury is John Schrader with a knee injury tonight. So it looks like he won't be in the starting lineup as they're ready to start this basketball game. And set moves off. Toki takes it up. Number 1. Give away. And so like he's trying to take number 2, has a shot at it. Just great ball control. And back around, that shot clock going down. He's going to be trapped. And that's going to be called for a travel. And I'll go the other way.
Jump ball call. Centennial goes to the Cougars.
As they're going for the jump ball here. That goes off to number 2. Number 28 just shoots it off. Number 5. That'll be Airman. Number 1 with the assist. Riley Van Brisky takes the assist, and that'll be 2. Oh, question. Interfering pass. Bounces off the foot of the ref. Goes into the advantage of Forest Lake. That's number 2 for Forest Lake. Junior tries to shoot that one back. Young Junior shot that back, and Young Junior takes a shot up, and that just hits the rim. And that'll be another foul. Number 2 streaks down. Number 18. Number 2 has a shot. He passes back down. Number 20 just streaking up. Number 2, Carter Anderson. Now number 1 for the Rangers trying to respond. And that goes out to number 2. Connor Tolke has a chance at it. Passes it back. And Young Jr. has another shot at it. So he can't take advantage. Connor Tolke and Young Jr. had a chance at it. But number 5 with a Duke, and he can't take advantage of it. Number 5 for the Rangers, Hunter Damon, has a shot. And number 5 with the redemption, Hunter Damon with the first score for your Rangers. Getting some points here, much needed after the 4-point start. It's coming under a minute here. Number 2 with loop around. Carter Anderson takes a shot and scores. So looks like Young Jr. just lost the ball there. He's number 2 again, Carter Anderson, and that'll be an and 1. Well, he shot for 2 here.
Ranger foul call on number 1, Yelvin Gimmelblatt. His first, team's first. To the line for the Cougars, number 2, Carter Anderson.
Carter Anderson's going to be taking some couple shots here. He makes that. Take the second shot, but that one won't make it. That's number 1 for Forest Lake. Galvi Gimagwe. Looks like that'll be another foul. Number 1 just tries to streak it down. That one's deflected out. As Connor Tolke was trying to keep that one in play still. That one passes back to number 5. 5 shoots over number 2, Carter Anderson. That passes down to number 20. Number 20 takes a shot at it. And that'll be a foul there. Number 20, Matthew Weifels.
His first, team's second. 20, Matthew Weifels shooting for the Cougars.
Matthew Weifels. And he can't make it there. On for his second attempt here. Trying to make it 3-8. If we were over 14 minutes and counting. And he does. 3-8 with just a little under 15 minutes left in the first. And number 5 for Forest Lake, Hunter Damon drains it for 3. Number 1 for Riley Van Buskirk. Just exchanging shots back and forth. As number 2, Young Jr., takes a shot at it, and he can't seem to take advantage of it. Darrell Young Jr., number 2, has a couple shots at it, but he can't seem to get one in. As number 2, Carter Anderson, just streaks out, and he shoots and he scores. Carter Anderson, the guard, 6'4", the junior, has been on fire early off here. Connor Tolke was just trying to pass that one off, and Connor Tolke couldn't see it as that gets stripped away. Number 1 for Forest Lake commits a foul. Number 1, Galvi Gimagwe. Number 10 for the Cougars, Ricky Eason. Take a couple here. He'll make the first one here. For a second attempt. And there he goes. 15-6. Someone passes off here. Number 2, Darrell Young Jr. passes off to Tolke. Tolke has a shot at it. He tries to give it back, but it looks like number 2 jumped on it. Looks like number 5 and number 2 are fighting for it. Number 5 on both sides was trying to fight for that one. Hunter Damon for Forest Lake and Noah Larson for the Cougars, the Centennial Cougars. As Galvi Gimagwe passes it off to Saxon. Saxon passes off to number 500 Damon. And Gimagwe passes it off again to Junior. Connor Tolke can't make that one. As number 50 has a couple chances at number 50. The sophomore, Jordan Boyson, had a couple shots at it. As number 20 for the Centennial Cougars, Matthew Weifels, has a chance at that. He's just going to pass it off to number 2. But he can't make an opportunity of it. He's pleading for a foul call, but he won't get it. Young Jr. had a chance at it.
Number 4, Richard Henry, checks in for the Cougars. For your Rangers, 25, Jacob Lund, 32, Spencer Perrin.
Looks like a sub for 25, Jacob Lund, and 32, Spencer Perrin. Get some fresh people out there. Just gonna pass it off to number 32. Pass it up to number 5, and it looks like he had contact. Early contact. Hunter Damon trying to shoot. That'll be a Cougars foul. Number 10, Ricky Eason. And that'll be the first team's first foul. Hunter Damon with a couple shots here. And that'll be one. And that'll be another. He's able to get a couple going in here, making it 8-15. Now 9-15 to get on the penalty. Now it looks like number 2 for Centennial just passed it off. Carter Anderson passed it to number 15, pass it back. Jackson Valdez. That a little high, but he still catches that in. He's gonna try to shake a shot. Number 10 for Centennial. Number 10 for Centennial, Ricky Easton had a chance at it. Waldvogel passed it off to Easton. but he'll just shoot that out as it goes off the hand of a Rangers player. As it goes to number 2, Carter Anderson. Anderson tries to take it off. Number 2 for Forest Lake, Darrell Young Jr. As he alley-oops that one in with 2. Darrell Young Jr. putting some emphasis on that one. Getting some people organized. Looks like number 15 has a free shot here. And he'll capitalize. Number 15, Jackson Waldvogel, puts up 2.
And for your Rangers, number 21, Carter Teasfeld.
It looks like they put in Rangers number 21, Carter Teasfeld. That's number 1. Shoots that off to number 4. Number 4 shoots it off to the corner to number 15. And number 2 just streaking up. But pass it off to number 4 for Centennial. Number 4 passes back to number 2. As there are 2 guys there, number 2 and number 32 and number 1. Looks like it'll be a jump ball here. A circus act going around. Jump off number 5 and number 4. Number 1 has a free shot at it. He can't make it on there. Number 4 passes number 1. Number 1 has another chance at it, and he can't capitalize again. Number 1, Ricky Van Burskuke. And it looks like number one, Galvi Gimagwe, just trucking through to put up 2. And that'll be called for number 4 for the Cougars, Ricky Hemrick.
Back in for Centennial, that's number 10, Ricky Eason.
Ricky Eason, my bad. It's number 1 for Forest Lake. Galvi Gimagwe. He can't put up 1. Man going. Number 4 for Centennial passes up. And that's number 15. Number 4, Ricky Hemrick, just passes it off. Richard Hemrick passes it off to Ricky to Jackson Waldvogel for the score. Falling Rangers number 21 passes it off to number 5. As he just shoots that back to number 32. As a parent. Gimagwe has a shot at it here. Bring it behind the back. Number 5, Damon. Clean. Now be 3, Hunter Damon. As number
3-point basket by Ricky Eason.
Ricky Eason, number 10, with the 3-pointer. As number 21 tries to be fancy with a 21 for Forest Lake, turns it over. Carter Teasfield, as number 10 Easton tries to take another shot at it. Ricky Eason taking shots at it, and then now number 21, Carter Teasfield. It's off to Perrin. Perrin passes it back. Looks like number 1 ran into number 4. Hemrick has a collision with Gimagwe. And that'll be a foul. Looks like another sub here, number 10, Eric Peterson. They're just marching down. He tries to buckle in. Pass it out, number 1 with the 3-point shot. And he can't take advantage of it as he jumps up. Goes to number 10, Eric Peterson. Pearson just passes that one off. That one goes to Perrin with the alley-oop. Oh, oversells 32. Spencer Perrin had a chance at it, but he can't hit it with 2. He tries to pass it down. The big man, number 45 for Centennial, Cole Fenstermacher. As Rangers miss another one here. And Fenstermacher just shoots it past his own guy, number 4, Richard Hemrick. And that'll be an out of bounds. That'll be jump off. That one just goes over his guy. Interesting array here starting off in the first. And that'll be a timeout. 30-second timeout called by the Rangers here. As sloppy play starts off here in first. Maybe some nerves. But a very interesting start to this game. A 16-23. Rangers are down. 8 minutes and 23 seconds remaining here in the first. As they've already committed 6 fouls to only the Centennials 2. So try to, as a coach, you just want to try to talk them down a little bit, calm down those nerves, just to kind of get some points going here. That would be my game plan at least, right? As they set up here. See what the Rangers can do. As number 2, Anderson, number 1 with the 3-point shot, and it just goes right over him. Number 2, Carter Anderson, passed it off to Berksky. And that'll be 3 for number 10, Peterson. And Anderson passes it off, and he can't make that one. That's 25. Comes down with the 25. Jacob 1. And looks like number 32, Spencer Perrin for 3. Trying to pick up the pace here. Wow, a bullet from Buskirk to Cole Fenstermacher, and that'll be 2. As number 21 takes a stroll down, as moving in the corner. Pass it up to number 10. Number 10 gives 32 a shot. 32 Spencer Perrin almost has a chance at it, but he can't drain that one for 3. As number 2 Anderson also has a shot at it. That'll be penalty going the other way. Cougars foul call. And that'll be the 3rd penalty. 3rd foul for the Cougars. Cole Fenstermacher. As number 5 Hunter Damon starts off with it. Damon just going to try to drive. And that'll be a Cougars foul. As Damon just tries to drive for it. He'll be shooting now for the Rangers. Such an interesting atmosphere here today as the Rangers come into this game 0-1 as they lost last week to the Coon Rapids 78-69. But this would be Centennial's first game as a clean slate of 0-0. That ball seems to just roll out. And now it'll be out. Just got away from number 10, Ricky Eason. And looks like 44 Connor Tolke goes back in the game as number 21 for the Rangers heads out, 21 Carter Teesfield. Number 5, Hunter Damon starts off with it. Hunter Damon trying to drive down. Great opportunity. As Damon gets the ball back and he shoots. And that'll be a little high. But Connor Tolke, there's a chance that shoots it up. And he misses the opportunity for it. Number 10 for the Rangers, Eric Peterson, had a shot at it. But he can't make.
15 Jackson Waldo back in for the Cougars.
As number 2 Anderson tries to drive for it. And number 50, and he can't take advantage of it. Number 2, Carter Anderson drove down, but that was jumped in front of by number 5, Hunter Damon. And Hunter Damon just throws it up to number 32, Spencer Perrin. And Spencer Perrin just gave it a little toss to Boyson. And Boyson had shot at, but Boyson will be fouled as he's taking a couple shots here. Lower points, lower fouls here for the Rangers as they just kept 6, but now it's 5-6 in the foul department. And they can't capitalize on those shots. They're still making it 24-25. And as number 1 for Centennial, Riley Van Buskirk for the Cougars. As Connor Tolke takes it down, he's taking a shot over. And just be a little too low, hits the rim, bounces down. Number 10, Ricky Eason had his chance at it. Ricky Eason's back at it again. To number 20, to number 2, and back to number 1 as number 1 drives and takes a shot for it, and he can't make it. As that one goes up. And number 10 for the Rangers, falling and driving, bouncing off a man. Eric Peterson tried to pass off one to Jordan Boyson. Boyson wasn't ready for the pass there. It just bounced off him. Number 2 for Centennial, Carter Anderson with the points here.
Timeout Rangers.
And that'll be another timeout for the Rangers. Four minutes and 54 seconds here in the first period as Rangers are trailing 24-29 as coming out of the second timeout for the Rangers. And it looks like Connor Tolke will start off with it. Tolke passes off to number 21, Carter Teesfield. He tries to pass that one off to number 1, Dylan, as number 4 is taking advantage of that. Tried to pass off to number 5, Hunter Damon, but number 4, Richard Hemrick, just scoops that one and will take it for 2. As Tolkien is again driving, passes it to Damon, and Damon will be fouled for it. Looks like a jump ball opportunity here. As Hunter Damon
Cougars foul call on number 20, Matthew White.
had a chance at it.
First team sixth.
Number 20, Matthew Weifels. Number 21 passed it off. Number 44 to Lund. Number 25. And from 32, Spencer Perrin passed it off. Number 5. And Tolkien had a chance at number 32, Perrin. And that'll be 21 for the Rangers. Pass it off to Tolkien, number 44. And he also had a chance at it. And he just shoots that one off. And he just scoops that one up. And they'll put up 2 more. As Eason and Hemrick teaming up on that one to put up 2 as miscommunication by Connor Tolkien. And number 5, Hunter Damon. As Tolkien's trying to redeem himself here. And that'll go up. And that won't make it in. That's just a pass off to number 10, Ricky Eason. Eason passed off to Anderson. Anderson almost put up 2 there. That one just sweeps by the board. As Connor Tolkien takes it. Number 21 with the shot at it. And he can't take it. As Lund, number 25, had a chance at it. And he'll be fouled. Number 21 for the Rangers, Carter Teesfeld, had a shot at it, but that'll be Cougars' foul call. Ricky Eason, and that was 25, Jacob Lund wrestling for that one. As Lund takes a shot at it.
Back for the Cougars, number 1, Riley Van Busker. For your Rangers, 2,
Number 1,
Young Jr., number 10, Eric Peterson.
Darrell Young Jr., number 10, Eric Peterson, go back in for the Rangers. And Lund's able to get one there. Number 25, Jacob Lund. As Anderson starts off with it. Anderson shoots that one off in the corner to number 1. And Anderson gets the ball back as a shot to number 1, Riley Van Busker. And they'll go to number 2, Darrell Young Jr. as he tries to alley-oop that one in for 2. Darrell Young Jr. with 2 there. As number 1, Riley Van Buskirk. And he passed that one off. Number 10, Ricky Eason had a shot at it. As Young Jr. passed it off to Lund, and Lund passed it to Connor Tolkien. And Tolkien passed it off to number 10, Eric Pearson. Pearson just passed it off to number 5, Damon. And Damon will put up 2 more. Number 5, Hunter Damon. And that'll be a 30-second timeout called by the Cougars as some momentum's going in the way of the Rangers. Cougars calling timeout after a couple points being dropped on them, making 29-33 with the lineup still Young Jr., Lund, Tolkien, Peterson, and Damon. As that goes over the head of the number 2 man. right over the head of number 1, Riley Van Buskirk, as he couldn't corral that one in. As Damon passes that one back to Young Jr. As Young Jr. tries to take that one, but that'll be number 20 jumping, make sure no Ranger gets it. 20 Matthew Weifels has a chance at it. And number 4, Richard Hemrick took a shot, but that'll be fouled by number 44, Connor Tolke.
Ranger foul called on number 44.
That's number 4, Richard Hemrick, will be taking.
Back for the Cougars is number 5, Noah Larson.
See if shoots that one up, and he'll put up another. Make score 29-34. As Tolke passes up, Tolke gave it to Damon, but Damon couldn't put up 2. It's number 1, Riley Van Buskirk had a shot at it, but he'll put it up in. Buskirk puts it in for 2 there. As number 10 for your Rangers tries to put up 2, Eric Peterson. And that jumps in front of number 10. Eric Peterson will take a shot at it, and Lund will take a shot at it too. Neither of them can get some points, but that'll be a foul.
Cougars foul called on number 5, Noah Larson is first. Shooting for your Rangers, 25, Jacob Lund.
As Jacob Lund takes a shot up, and he'll put that in.
Back to the Cougars, number 15, Jackson Walvogel.
Number 15, Jackson Womble, goes back in for the Cougars. As Lund tries to take another shot at it, as Dylan Hunter Damon had a chance at it, but he can't capitalize. Back in for the Rangers is 32, Spencer Perrin. As number 2, Carter Anderson just kind of passed that one off to number 1, Riley Van Buskirk. As Buskirk is just driving down as the shot clock's moving. As is the time with 30 seconds left in the first period. It looks like Tolke will take that one up. And that'll be to number 32, Spencer Perrin. Spencer Perrin gets the ball back after a while from Hunter Damon. And that's to Tolke. And Tolke takes a shot at it. That one will be tipped in the hands of number 2, Anderson. And just when you think like that, Hunter Damon had a shot at it. But that'll be it for the first period as it's 30-36. 30-36 starting of the first period, as in going into second period, 30-36. Rangers are down.
Fitzgerald, and Leanna Lesh. Captains are Kelly Olberg, Haley Boland, and Natasha Friedges. Here is the JV kick team performing to the song Circus. And now the varsity kick team will be performing to the song Hypnosis.
Just take a nice breath in. Exhale that breath. Just allow yourself now to relax more and more. Because the nicest thing about hypnosis is that wonderful physical and mental relaxation that comes right through your entire body. Because from this moment in time, there's nothing
section, keep your eyes open for Linwood Pizza. Again, we thank our longtime sponsor, Linwood Pizza, for donating 2 pizzas to our student section during halftime. Just a reminder again, catch the Rangers right back here 1 week from tonight. That's Tuesday, December 11th, taking on the Bengals from Lane High School.
Back. Coming into the second period, you just say your Rangers is coming out of the tunnel here. 30-36 in a very tight matchup at home. This will be the home opener for the Forest Lake Rangers. As this close one ensues. Second period about to take away.
Second half starters for the Cougars, number 1, Van Busberg, 2, Anderson, 5, Larson, 10, Eason, and 20, Bifoles. For your Rangers, number 1, Gimmiquai, 2, Young Jr., 5, Damon,
as the same starting roll-up ensues.
50, Boyson.
Boyson, Teesfield, all the names. As we're starting off here in a second. As Gimmiquai starts off with it. He passes off. Pass back to Gimmiquai. And Tolkien has a chance at it. Tolkien puts up 2. Moving inside that arc and puts up 2. As number 10, Riley Easton takes the ball. And he travels down and he passes to number 5, Noah Larson. As Connor guards number 1, Riley Van Buskirk. But that just through as Ricky Eason puts up 2. That's Gimmiquai. Gimmiquai passes it back to Young Jr. and Young Jr. again just passes back to Gimmiquai. As Gimmiquai shoots it over to number Boyson. Number 50 Boyson. As that just keeps moving back around. It's number 2 Junior. And Tolkien puts up 2 more.
Tolkien for your Rangers.
Darrell Young Jr. just puts it up for Connor Tolkien. Connor Tolkien just moves his way in and puts up 2 more. As number 2 for Centennial answers right back. Carter Anderson, the guard, puts up 2 more. And number 2, Darrell Young Jr. had a chance short there after the block, but he can't get anything. And number 3, almost with the drain, had a shot at it, but he can't do anything. Number 1 has a shot at it. Number 1, Van Buskirk, had a chance at it, but Galvey Gimmiquai ends up taking it, and that's given to Darrell Young Jr. And Young Jr. passes it off to Gimmiquai, and Gimmiquai It's just everywhere at this point. As Young Jr. has the ball again to Tolkien. Tolkien has a shot at it. Tolkien gives it back to Gimagwe. As Gimagwe gives it back to number 2. Gimagwe gives it to number 2, Young Jr. And Young Jr. puts up a couple. As number 2, Carter Anderson had a shot at it. Number 50, Jordan Boyson puts up 2 after Hunter Damon fell over, but he's able to take recovery. It looks like number 50, Jordan Boyson, probably take a foul here.
Ranger foul called on number 50, Jordan Boyson, his second, team's first.
Looks like number 1, Van Buskirk, pass it off to number 10, right? Ricky Eason. As Eason passes it off to number 2, Anderson. Anderson over to the corner for Buskirk, and Buskirk just passed it off to number 5, and that'll just be tipped away as number 5. Noah Larson has a shot at it to the other number 5 for the Rangers, Hunter Damon, and he had a shot at it, but he can't capitalize. Back around we go. As to number 2, to number 8, and back to number 2. And that's just airmail. And Centennial had a shot at it. The Centennial moves out around here, and that'll be a foul on Centennial.
Cougars foul called on number 5, Noah Larson, his second, team's
Foul
first.
on Noah Larson, number 5. For Centennial Cougars. Now will be given to number 2, Young Jr. As Young Jr. just throws it all the way up for number 44, Connor Tolkien. And Tolkien, number 5, Damon. And Damon back to Tolkien. And Tolkien just moving his way inside the arc, back to the outside of the arc. As he makes his way into that arc, number 5 with a shot at number 500. Damon moves his way inside the arc, had a chance at it. He can't shoot. And that's given to Young Jr. after they stole it. And Young Jr. passed it up to number 5, Damon. And Damon can't capitalize on the shot there. Still 38-40 with 14 minutes left in the second period. That's great defense by Galvi Gimagwe. Galvi Gimagwe passes it off to number 5, Tolkien. Tolkien can't have a chance at it. And Galvi's running into as Young Jr. was just standing there as number 5 will commit the foul, Ricky Eason.
Cougars foul called on number 10, Ricky Eason, his third, team's second.
Ricky Eason commits the foul here as it's given to Young Jr. Young Jr.'s working his way in. He's going to shoot, and he'll put up 2 more. Young Jr. Incredible. Looks like number 10 is going to start off for Centennial. Eason just passes that one off to number 2, Carter Anderson. Anderson working his way. Anderson going to try to take a shot. Anderson puts up 2 and also be committing a foul there. That's 40-42 strikes.
Ranger foul called on number 50.
Ranger
Jordan Boyson,
foul.
his third.
Jordan
Count the
Boyson.
basket. 1 free throw for Carter Anderson. For the Cougars, number 4, Richard Hemrick, and 15, Jackson Waldo.
Number 2, Carter Anderson. Anderson puts up 1. As that's just going to be given to Galvi Gimagwe. As Gimagwe passes it off to Young Jr. Young Jr. takes a shot at it, and Young Jr. can't capitalize there. It's given to number 5, Boyson. Number 50, Boyson. Pass it off to number 1, Galvi Gimagwe.
Give it ball for your Rangers.
be out. That's Jordan Boyson there. Moving some players around here. That's going to be number 2. Carter Anderson takes it off first. And that's going to be stolen. Stolen by number 5, Hunter Damon, but Damon goes out of bounds. Centennial Cougars ball. It's going to be sent all the way up to number 4, Richard Hemrick. And that's going to be passed around a couple people. That's back to Hemrick. Hemrick just shoots it down. Hemrick shot it down to number 20, Matthew Weifels.
Ranger foul called on number 50, Jordan Boyson, his 4th.
And Jordan Boyson with the 4th foul. And he puts it in.
3-point basket by Jackson Wolvogel.
Jackson Wolvogel puts up 3. Looks like substitution will be made. Number 5 and number 44.
32, Spencer Perrin.
Tolke and Jordan Boyson taken out as Lund and Perrin are going in. 32 Perrin, Lund 25. As Young Jr. is eyeing it. And Young Jr. loses it as it's given to number 4. As Gimmiquah smacks it out of the hands. Gimmiquah had the chance to just interrupt and smacks it out of the hands. And that's an air ball going and getting stuck in the hoop. I don't believe I've seen that too much before, getting it right stuck in the hoop. 2:46, 12:18 left in the second period. That's passed off to number 4, Richard Hemrick. Hemrick strolling down. Hemrick passes out to number 2, Carter Anderson. And it's intercepted by number 5, Hunter Damon. Hunter Damon tries to go for an alley-oop, but he's going to be saved by his by number 1, Gimmiquah. Gimmiquah puts up 2 after Hunter Damon had a chance at it. 44-46, a very tight matchup. As number 1 has a chance at number 1, Riley Van Buskirk.
For the Cougars.
Buskirk with 3. And number 2, Darrell Young Jr. trying to put up some points, but he can't. As it goes to number 2 for the Centennial Cougars, Anderson. Anderson passes off to number 20. Number 20, Matthew Weifels, puts up 2 more. As Young Jr. takes it and passes it off to number 5, Hunter Damon. Hunter Damon passes it back to Young Jr. Young Jr. passes it off to Jacob Lund as Jacob Lund's working his way back in. As pass to Young Jr. Young Jr. to Gimmiquah. And Young Jr. taking a shot. He was trying to give it to Gimmiquah, but he's forced out, and that ball will be out.
Back for the Cougars, number 10, Ricky Eason.
Looks like a timeout is here for Forest Lake Rangers.
Sherry Hall to the scorer's table, please, Sherry.
As Forest Lake with the timeout trying to just sort everything out. finally back here at the timeout. So it's like the trainer, Logan Carlson, just cleaning some stuff up. But nonetheless, the show must go on as number 2, Darrell Young Jr. for the Rangers has the ball off first and gives it to number 1, Gimmickaw, as Gimmickaw trying to take an opportunity and gives it to number 2, Young Jr. Gives it to number 5. And he tried to pass it on. Number 500, Damon, tried to give it to number 25, Jacob Lund, but Jacob Lund can't do anything there. Jacob Lund, the defense looked like that would be a foul. A travel, dude. This Young Jr. being pushed back and play there. So that'll be a little touch. And that'll be given to Centennial. As number 10, Ricky Eason takes it, passes it to number 1, Riley Van Buskirk. Buskirk gives it to number 4, Hemrick. Hemrick passes it to number 2, Anderson. To number 15,
Basket by Jackson
Waldvogel. This was an up and over, and that'll be 2. As Young Jr. passes off to Gimmickaw. And Gimmickaw drains it for 3.
3, Gary Gimmickaw for your Rangers.
As number 4 has it right now. Hemrick. Hemrick again after playing a little bit. Number 10 and Eason. They'll be working to number 10 again. Eason and Hemrick are just playing a game of hot potato. Score clock's going down. He's going to take a shot at number 1. Number 1, Buskirk takes a shot and he goes down. That'll be an 1 foul. He stood in there like a champ.
Ranger foul.
Putting up 3.
Darrell Young Jr., his 3rd. Count the 3-point basket. 1 free throw for Riley Van Buskirk. In for your Rangers, number 10, Eric Peterson.
Substitution for the Rangers, number 10,
Back for the
Eric
Cougars,
Peterson.
number 20, Matthew Weifels.
Number 20, Matthew Weifels. Looks like that'll be draining for Riley Van Buskirk. As Gimmickaw takes it. As Gimmickaw is trying to be a little fancy here. That's number 5. Number 5 is the defense.
Ricky Eason for the Cougars.
Looks like that'll be a timeout for the Rangers. Eason for the Cougars. Just jumps in front of that one, drives it all the way up and over, and that'll be 2 more. Coming out of the timeout by the Forest Lake Rangers. Number 1, Gimmiquah will start off with it. As Gimmiquah just passes it off to Darrell Young Jr. And Young Jr. driving in for 2.
Darrell Young Jr. for your Rangers.
And that's going to be number 10, Ricky Eason, starting off with it. Ricky Eason on number 5, Hunter Damon. Try with the loop around. And that won't work. It's number 5, Hunter Damon, just pass it to the streaking Darrell Young Jr. as he puts it in for 2. And that'll be a foul as well. Cougars foul. It looks like coming back into the game. Number 44, Connor Tolke, as they're taking on number 25, Jacob One.
44, Connor Tolke.
Connor Saxon.
3, Hunter Damon.
Young Jr. gives it to Hunter Damon, and Damon puts up 2 more. It's number 10, Eason. Eason passes off. Easton passes it off to Riley Van Buskirk. Buskirk putting in 3. As Young Jr. takes it, gives it to Toki. Toki passes back to Young Jr. And Gimmiquah loses it. As good defense there by number 44, Connor Toki, defending number 4, Richard Hemmert, trying to stop it from any points going. As Connor Toki tries to put it in for 2. But he'll fight for number 1, Riley Van Buskirk, put in their possession. Let's just start it off with number 10, Ricky Eason. And that's a foul for number 10, Eric.
Back to the Cougars, number 2, Carter
Eric
Anderson,
Peterson
5, Noah Larson.
for the Rangers with the foul there. As Damon takes it. Damon
Ricky Eason,
and number 10, Ricky Eason, puts up 2 more. And Young Jr. tries to pass it off. Tried to pass it off to number 1, Galvi Gimmiquah, but can't take one there. Number 10, almost a shot there. Ricky Eason has a shot at it. And Ricky Eason's going to get another attempt as he passes back to number 2, Carter Anderson. Carter Anderson passes back to number 1, Riley Van Buskirk. Just ran that line for the Centennial Cougars. As number 5 had a shot at it. Number 5, Noah Larson, had a chance at it. And number 20, Matthew Weifels will take that one in for 2 more. As Young Jr. takes a shot at it, and he puts up 2.
Young Jr. for your Rangers.
As it passed off to number 2, Carter Anderson. Anderson is going to be streaking. Anderson going to lose that one. That'll be foul anyways. Looks like a substitution will be made. Number 50 and number 32 putting in for the Rangers. 32, Spencer Perrin, and 50, Jordan Borson. As number 44, Connor Toki, and number 1, Gimmiquah are going to be coming out of the game here. As number 20 takes a shot, and that'll be a little too low. Number 20, Matthew Weifels, had a shot at it. Looks like number 2, Young Jr. will take a chance at it. And that one goes over. Jordan Boyson with 2. As 5 minutes, as a little under 6 minutes remaining. 58-66. As it gives to number 5. Number 5, Noah Larson has a shot, but number 5 passes it off to number 1, Riley Van Buskirk. And Buskirk has a chance at it. Looks like that'll be to number 5, Hunter Damon. Hunter Damon pass off, and that'll be a foul there. Buskirk takes it. It's number 2. Young Jr. just passed it off to number 10, Eric Peterson. And now back to number 2, Young Jr. Young Jr. throws it up and he puts up 3.
Young Jr. for your Rangers.
As it looks like a timeout's going to be made here by the Cougars. A little bit of pace is picking up here for the Rangers. 61-66. 5 minutes, 11 seconds remaining in the second period. Timeout's coming to a close here, as it was called by Centennial. Coming out of the lineup here, looks like number 1. Van Buskirk will start off with it, as he just passes it off to number 10, Ricky Eason. That's number 5.
30-second timeout called by
It looks like another timeout's called by the Forest Lake Rangers this time. So 2 timeouts very quickly starting off here. It's just a little under 10 seconds for starting in, and Rangers decided to call a timeout after a messy start. As coming out of another timeout here. That's going to be possession of Centennial. He passes it off to number 2, Anderson. Anderson puts up, and he puts up 2 more. Carter Anderson. That's going to be given right away to Darrell Young Jr. As Darrell Young Jr. for Forsyth passes it off to Perrin, number 5. And that'll be 2.
Eric Peterson.
As number 10, Eric Peterson picking up. So he puts up 2 more. That's number 5, Noah Larson. Noah Larson passes it off to number 10, Ricky Eason. Eason driving his way. Eason trying to take a shot at it. And Eason will put up 2.
Ricky
Eason. As Young Jr. starts off with it, passes it off to number 10, Peterson. Peterson gives it to Spencer Perrin. As Peterson, is going to him, as that one will go out. And that will be Centennial ball. That's Centennial ball. Gets to Carter Anderson. Carter Anderson passes to number 1, Buskirk. Buskirk drives it, but that goes right into the leg of a Ranger defender. Doesn't matter, as number 20, Matthew Weifels will score. And he tries to put it up to number 5, Hunter Damon, but Hunter Damon can't do it. And that's number 10, Ricky Eason. That's number 2, Carter Anderson. Will put up 2 more. And then another timeout here will be called by Forest Lake Rangers as some quick scores are being put up by Centennial. It's a very fast pace here. It's a little bit over 3 minutes left in the second period. 74 to 63. Over 3 minutes and counting remaining left in the second period. That's going to start off to number 1, Gimmickaw. As Gimmickaw passes that off to Young Jr. As Young Jr. passes back to Gimmickaw. Gimmickaw back to Young Jr. As Young Jr. makes his way inside the arc. As he loses the footing with it. And that rolls off the leg. And that'll be Centennial ball. And that's going to be starting with number 2, Carter Anderson. Young Jr. wanting a foul, but he won't get it as it's passed off. It's passed off to number 1 for Centennial. Buskirk. Buskirk over to Eason. Eason over to Anderson. As Anderson passes it to Larson. Larson passes it back to Anderson. Anderson to Buskirk. Buskirk back all the way and outside the arc, and he's making his way inside the arc. Was number 10, Ricky Eason. Ricky Eason passing it to number 20, Matthew Weifels. Weifels back to number 2, Carter Anderson. As Carter Anderson was outside the arc, and he's making his way inside the arc as he had a chance for 2, but he won't get it. As Gimmickaw has a chance at it, and Real Young Jr., and he puts up 2 as Young Jr. working his way back inside. Young Jr. working his way in. As number 5, Noah Larson. So that'll be foul number 5.
Full timeout called by the Cougars.
A full timeout now here being called by the Cougars.
Back for your Rangers after that stoppage of play, number 44, Connor Toki.
Toki goes back in the game. And that'll be passed back to number 1, Buskirk. As Buskirk's working on Toki. As he's working his way outside of the arc. And that'll be a pass to number 5. As number 5 gives it to number 20. Number 20 back to number 2, which is Carter Anderson. As Carter Anderson is working his way out. As number 20, Weifels. As Weifels gives it to number 10, Rick Eason. As Eason passes it back and giving it all the way back to number 20, Matthew Weifels. Looks like a substitution is going to be made here.
Ranger foul called on number 50.
A
Jordan
Ranger
Boyson,
foul,
his fifth.
number 50. It looks like that'll be his fifth
Back
penalty.
in for the Rangers.
His
number
fifth
10.
foul, Jordan Boyson. He goes out. Looks like number
Back for the Cougars. 15, Jackson Waldvogel.
that's given to number two, Carter Anderson.
Ranger foul called on number 1.
And that'll be a Ranger
Galvin
foul
Gimmelquad,
call.
his fourth.
Number
Team
1,
South.
Galvin
Back to
Gimmelquad.
the Cougars. It's number 5, Noah Larson. Shooting for Centennial, number 2, Carter Anderson.
Number 2, Carter Anderson's going to be shooting a couple here after the foul committed by number 1, Galvin Gimmelquad. Looks like that'll be Gimmelquad's fifth. There'll be 2 people out here. And it looks like number
Ranger foul
32,
called on number 1, Galvin Gimmelquad, his fifth.
Spencer Perrin, going into the
Back
game.
in for your Rangers, 32, Spencer Perrin. At the line for the Cougars, 10, Ricky Eason.
Ricky Eason go up with it. Eason puts one more up on the board. Is Eason here for a second attempt? So Eason puts up another to make it 76-65. As Young Jr. passes it back to Toki, and Toki has an opportunity at it, but Toki can't score. And that will be another foul call for the Forest Lake
Ranger
Rangers.
foul called on number 32, Spencer Perrin, his first, team's ninth.
And that'll be the first one.
To the line for the Cougars is number 10, Ricky Eason.
It's number 10, Ricky Eason takes it up at it. But he won't make it as Connor Toki jumping for it. But that one's going to be blocked. But that will be blocked back by Matthew Weifels. And Matthew Weifels was blocked by number 44, Toki. And that's number 10 has a shot at for a three-pointer. Number 10 had a chance at Eric Peterson. And number 2, Carter Anderson, putting up 2. And that's going to be given to number 44, Connor Toki. And Lund has a shot at it. Excuse me, not Lund. Eric Peterson had a shot at it. That'll be given to number 2, Carter Anderson. Carter Anderson is just going to be shooting that time away. As it's given to number 20, Matthew Weifels. Matthew Weifels just passes it back to number 5, Noah Larson. And looks like that will be all she wrote. They're just going to burn the last of it here. 3, 2, 1. And this one's over. Tough loss here tonight for the Rangers. Centennial Cougars will move 1-0. We'll make it 1-0 today in the division as Forest Lake falls to 0-2, losing to Coon Rapids now today against Centennial. Fortunate loss here as that will drop them to, again, 0-2. I've been Vincent Dimitrov here tonight for Forest Lake basketball. Check us out on all of our social media pages. And if you're watching online, please click subscribe, all that fun stuff. And we will see you guys next time. I'm Vincent Dimitrov, signing out.